Ready to get us started, it's Cade York.
And we are underway from FedEx Field.
And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. So here are the Commanders making their way out.
And they will be led out by their rookie quarterback.
I tell you what, when he is on schedule for that week, secondaries take notice because you've got to stay alert back there on every snap. A truly powerful arm, one that's capable of challenging any level of the defense on any given play. That's why so many scouts preach arm talent when preparing for the NFL draft. A quarterback with arm strength to make every throw in the book, he's an asset to have in any offense.
Now the first carry for Chase Edmonds. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
They'll run with Edmonds again.
And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39.
That one a first down pickup of 8.
Well, that was a unit that understood exactly where the first down marker was, handed it to their guy who could run it, created some space, and he got there.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Now a run straight ahead with Edmonds.
And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
That was well played there defensively, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
On 2nd down, this is Edmonds.
And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36. On 3rd down, Strong. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And I think the Browns got it. They did. And without a doubt, not the way they pictured that opening drive unfolding.
No, they were making progress. They weren't exactly in high gear, but they were making a few yards along the way. And now that they've coughed it up, you got to go back to the sidelines and regroup a little bit.
So here are the Browns now with great starting field position.
Orchestrating the offense will be a man who, of course, won a national title back in his days at Clemson, Deshaun Watson.
And he's exactly the man you want in control of your offense. Excellent arm, good zip on the ball, needs to. And what he's excelled at doing is making plays when the first read isn't available or when the pressure's about to get to him.
Following the fumble recovery, Watson. That's complete to Peoples-Jones. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16. Throwing again on 2nd down. Watson. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete. They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. Watson. And that's going to be caught by Peoples-Jones. Yeah, the Browns are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as they find a way to convert there on 3rd and 1. Well, only their first drive, Charles, but they talked to us about needing to convert on 3rd down, in particular not letting 3rd and short opportunities slip through their fingers. Well, they were successful right there.
It also tells you that they're successful on 1st and 2nd down as well to get to 3rd and manageable and make them able to pick up those 1st downs. Now here we are, 1st and goal. They've got to like what they're doing on this drive.
Watson looks to throw again. And that is, I think he caught it. He did, but they'll say out of bounds. It'll be incomplete. They go with Chubb on 2nd down. Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on 3rd and goal. Here's Watson. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. Amari Cooper from 4 yards out. And the Browns take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. An out route there for the score, a quick out route there for the score.
Yeah, you're not really surveying the defense on this one. You're just counting on timing, making this play happen. 1-2, ball's out of his hands, knows where he's going, just puts it to the outside. Touchdown.
Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. That time a 6-play drive.
And it's Amari Cooper who finishes it off with a touchdown reception. York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. Now Washington going to retake the field for drive number 2. They had to fumble on the last drive, wound up leading to the opening touchdown. Now they'll try again here, 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Strong. Throw right side complete to Dotson. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. To throw on 2nd down. Strong. Incomplete. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
And he comes back with one complete.
And he's going to have a Commanders 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, a lot of times when you get a manageable 3rd down situation like this, you have to think about your tight end, and he comes through for him, picking up the 1st down.
Three tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. Here's a give to Edmonds running to the right. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Looking to throw. Strong. Looking middle, and that's complete.
He's a rookie, and you don't want to get hung up on the word potential. But when you see him make catches like that, you keep thinking to yourself, he's good now. He's got a chance to be great with plenty of work.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target. Incomplete.
You absolutely have to have this early on, right? 3rd and short, they elect to throw for it, and that's normal NFL football. They're going to throw on 3rd and short, but you've got to hit it, don't you?
Yeah, in the first quarter, like you said, to set the tone, can't connect there. And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. There, this punt will go out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25, and it will. Right at the 24-yard line is where they'll spot it. 2nd drive coming up here for Cleveland as they return to the field on offense. And they'll be looking to make this a 2-score advantage. Had the touchdown on their first drive, Charles. Hey, they can get up 2 scores here on the road. That's a heck of a start.
And not only have they thought about it, I wonder if they visualized it. I remember playing, and they used to turn the lights out in our meeting room and run through a situation like this and say, just think about what it would be like to be up on the road and take the crowd out of it. Maybe they did some of that.
And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. So 7 yards from the 1st down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. Throw left side complete. That's Ford. And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the 1st down at the 29. That's going to bring up 4th down, only a gain of 2 there.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
The Browns send out their punter now as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. On the return, it's Rodgers. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And the Commanders will take over with a 1st and 10. Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. And it's been a rocky start for them thus far. They had the turnover and then the punt on those first 2 drives.
So there is optimism because they've improved, right? Turnover, you just noted it on the first drive.
Punt's better than the turnover.
The punt is better on the second one. Now they're hoping to turn into 1st downs and hopefully points.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. That time, multiple defenders getting pressure. And it's a loss of 6. We had a pretty good idea that they were going to pressure this young quarterback, and that's now 2 sacks here in the first quarter.
And yeah, this is a secret to exactly nobody, because if you're a rookie quarterback, you know you're going to see pressure. Defenses want to see how you're going to handle it, or if it forces you into making bad decisions. That's their goal.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
And that nearly intercepted. Boy, for a guy known for his hands defensively, that's a ball he probably thinks he should have come up with. And instead, it's 4th down.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. This is fielded at the 27. Shifts by him and past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
And good work bringing that one back as he picks up about 16 on the return.
And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. For the Browns, good starting field position as they have it 1st and 10 at their own 43. Here's Watson. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. It's a gain of 34.
They started this drive with terrific field position, and it's going to get even better after that play. Had great options with where they started, so they decided to press their advantage, and it paid off.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10.
Watson now to throw. Over the middle, Amari Cooper. It's complete.
And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
To throw again on 2nd down. Watson. Forced out to his left. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. After the incompletion, here now 3rd and 2. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and putting the defense back on its heels.
Chubb.
It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. And again, it's Chubb. And he's in. Touchdown, Browns. Nick Chubb taking it in from 4 yards out.
And the Browns are off to a 13-0 first quarter lead.
A strong run there, boy, when he gets it, especially around the goal line, like a bull in a china shop.
And none of us ever want to confront that bull in any china shop, do we? Any more than we want to confront him. Got behind his pads, ran with power, and got into the end zone.
What an asset around the goal line, a guy like that.
It's almost like a safety blanket, isn't it? When all else fails, hand it to this big back and let him power his way forward.
The York on now for the extra point.
Footing likely going to be an issue all night here on a rainy night, but this one is good. A drive that time of 6 plays. And Nick Chubb the one to finish it off as he does so with a touchdown run.
And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
A look at Washington as they come onto the field. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on 1st down. It'll be Edmonds to begin the drive. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
That's a play to take note of there for the defense, I think, in the future. If you're going to try and block him, maybe you get a guard to help double-team him and try and steer him out of the play. They should have done it on that snap.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Operating from the gun. Strong.
He'll get this underneath to Edmonds.
And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35.
It's a first down for Washington on a pickup of 11.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field, because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
Throwing on first down. Strong. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's second down.
That's out to the flat for Edmonds.
And for the Browns, a nickel set here on third down. They'll look to throw again.
He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
Picked up by Denzel Ward.
And the Browns are going to take possession of the football.
First week of the preseason, probably not the pass, the impression that the rookie wants to leave right there.
Yeah, no probably about it, because that's not what you want to do to try and impress your new coaching staff, try to impress your locker room, and most importantly, yourself. Probably spent all night last night saying, don't throw an interception early. Make sure you take care of the football. Well, now he's got it out of the way. Hopefully he can just settle in and move on.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. After the interception, here's Watson. Flushed out right. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. Throwing again is Watson.
This complete to David Bell.
And able to get this to the 24-yard line. They began the play at the 12. It's also a pickup of 12 for the first down.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe needs some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. This is the tight end, Njoku.
Down inside the 10.
And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again.
That's a nice job right there. Get the ball out to the perimeter, get it to your guy in space. And he's just going to take this, turn upfield, and turn it into a big play in 1st and goal.
Now Watson. His pass caught at the 4. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. The start of the second quarter, and it's the Browns in control of the football as they come up now 2nd and goal.
Hunt will get down close to the goal line, but not in, as he'll be marked down at the 1.
They'll try and run for it with Ford. Yeah, boy, a good surge defensively. It'll depend on the mark, but I'm not sure he got there. Only a yard there, so it brings up 4th and goal. Defense didn't budge on 3rd down. Now what are we going to see on 4th?
We are soon to find out, but does this feel like old school football or what?
Oh,
right?
yeah.
This is an old-fashioned goal line stand. I know what I would call on offense. I would go for it. I want some type of a play where my quarterback has a chance to run it or throw it. I don't just want one static play.
York able to send this one through.
And that will extend their lead even further.
Well, they already had the early lead, and they get the interception, Charles, and now they add 3 more with the field goal.
Yeah, they're in control of how this game is playing out so far. You mentioned the early lead. Now they're expanding on it, getting plays on both sides of the ball. A winning recipe if they can keep this up.
And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive.
It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
Back to Robinson now on first down.
And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
On 2nd and 9. Powell. Got a man. It's De'Ami Brown, complete. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 36. A gain there of 21 yards.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they're having panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. First down, Howell to throw.
Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
2nd down throw for Howell.
And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down.
Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss. These sacks now, they're starting to pile up, Charles. And that front 7 defensively, they've had their way with this offensive line.
And I think at this stage, we have to start thinking about different play calls. We've got to start helping this quarterback out because the entire game he's been under siege. I don't care what the down and distance. They've got to get the ball out of his hands a lot quicker.
Washington on 3rd down.
Just 1 for 5 to this point. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete.
And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
We can make this one pretty simple. Blocked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. This from 54 yards away. And he's going to miss this one. That is no good. Well outside the left upright, and the deficit will stay at 3 scores.
Now, if this was a clear day in September, I'd say this is well within his range. I'd feel very confident about this kick, but let's be honest about it. In these elements, the difficulty level gets ratcheted up by at least a factor of 5.
And now Cleveland geared up to take the field.
And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
Give him 32 on the play.
Big plays are starting to become the trend here in this first half, and everything that they've tried has worked. And there's another example right there.
On first down, they'll run with Hunt.
And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. That one goes for 16 yards. It sets him up 1st and goal.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And he's got it.
Nice gain of 8 that time, and it's 2nd and goal.
They'll try to run with Hunt, and he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown.
A touchdown run there from a yard out, and the Browns are able to add on to their first half lead.
We know that the big guys won't get the credit, Brandon, but we also know that that touchdown belongs to them. Excellent job of clearing the way for their running back.
York now for the extra point.
And the lead is now 24. Just a 4-play drive that time.
And Kareem Hunt, the one to finish it off, as he did so with a touchdown run. New York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line.
Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here.
Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession, but I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. If they don't score here.
Now Brown, he lost the football. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line.
You know, if this is the regular season, partner, we'd be talking about just how costly a mistake that was, but probably good for him to get it out of his system right now.
Just hope for him and the team it's not a sign of things to come.
Yeah, without a doubt. Plus, you got to worry about making the team. Those types of errors don't help you.
The Browns set to take over.
It's a quick turnaround for them after the turnover, but the way they moved it on their last drive, they're probably eager to get right back at it.
And you know me and you know my tendencies in this situation. What do I want right now?
Be aggressive.
Be aggressive. Take your shot right here.
And he gets it down to the 32. Looking to throw on second down. Lowry got his man complete over the middle. That's Allen.
And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Back to throw. Lowry. That'll be caught right side by Reed. Touchdown, Browns. A 22-yard touchdown ground.
And the Browns have opened the lead up to 30.
And what a weapon he is at the tight end spot, because when they throw him the football downfield, they count on him getting additional yardage almost every time. And that's exactly what he did there. Caught that, ran with it, all the way to the end zone.
The York on now for the extra point.
And the route is on here in this first half. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And it's capped off by the Browns touchdown.
Taken in at the 3. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. The Washington offense set to take over again. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness, maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature, to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4.
Howell throwing on third down here.
Steps away to his left. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Now a hit and a loose football. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line.
I remember sitting in special teams meetings, and at some point during the meeting, the coach would always say, you better treat this one just like you're playing offense or defense. It's a big part of the game, and we just saw evidence of why right there with that fumble.
Yeah, fumble on the punt, and after it was turning up to be a pretty decent return.
Yeah, a really nice return. They were going to be set up okay, and the offense would feel good running onto the field. And now the defense has to try it out there and try and slow them down.
They'll throw on first down. Here's Howell.
And his pass incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
Howell now to throw it.
And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40.
Anthony Walker giving that O-line fits. He gets in there to drop him. Now, the number one mission of any offensive line, you got to protect that quarterback, keep him safe back there. This time, the rush got to him in a hurry.
Yeah, that's one where you turn to your lineman and say, guys, can I get a little help here? And you have to ask politely because, remember, they're blocking for you the entire game. But as a quarterback, you've also got to have the clock running in your head when you need to get rid of the football. But this time,
the ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked by Ronnie Harrison.
And the Browns are going to take over at their own 13-yard line. Boy, that one was in the air for an agonizingly long time.
Just begging to be picked off, wasn't it? It's one thing if you're throwing a ball like that, trying to throw someone open or lead them into an area. But that ball needed to be thrown with a lot more conviction. As a result, it's an easy interception.
Cleveland offense making their way out. The football changing hands here, and as this offense takes a field, Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same on this upcoming drive. Last time out, they found the end zone for 6.
And they're certainly hoping for more of the same, but the game plan, I doubt it'll just be a carbon copy of the last drive because I think this offense is ready to break out some new wrinkles and try some new things that might be hidden in their playbook. They want to use that confidence to its advantage while also keeping the defense from anticipating what's up next.
They'll run with Hunt on 2nd down. Nifty move. And he's able to get up here to the 26. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
Now that's the way to do it. Hand it to someone with vision and good footwork and add in a little bit of power, and you find a way to pick up 1st downs.
Now after the run by Hunt, here's 1st and 10. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he is going to lose yardage here. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And he fires one, but incomplete. The Browns send out their punter now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And here's a very low-line drive, almost whiffed on it. Fair catch taken just inside the 40-yard line. A special teams mistake there, no doubt. Just 26 yards officially on the punt.
And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And this is incomplete. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10.
2nd and 10, Howell.
Escaping the pressure right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
1:58 left to play till we hit halftime.
Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
Tress Way on 4th down is sent out to punt.
This is brought in at the 21. We'll call that a 49-yard punt, but a net of just 39 following the 10-yard return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. There's the versatile back, Kareem Hunt, getting set with the rest of this offense for the next drive.
He's been effective so far, over the 40-yard mark here in the 2nd quarter. Don't forget about those guys up front, though. They've been effective, too.
The leverage game has been in their favor. They've been the ones who've been able to bend their knees, drop their hips, and get a little bit lower than the guys on the other side of the football, and they've moved them out of the way for the runner.
Sometimes that's tough for those big fellas.
Not an easy thing for them to do. So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Oh, and that one well designed as he'll take this down to the 30-yard line. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Looking to throw. Lowry. And this one is incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Lowry. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. He's going to rifle one deep left side toward the back corner of the end zone. Now, I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How's the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
So that challenge, a successful one. Extra point by York is up and good. And the route is on here in this first half. York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. Takes it at the 7. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. The Commanders back out late in this first half. And with the score where it is, even though I think they'd love to get back to the locker room, they may be forced to try and get something out of this drive. Powell to the air on 1st and 10. He'll find Gandy Golden there, complete. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down. Powell, another throw on 2nd down. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. It's Howell with another throw. Incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the 2nd quarter.
And I don't think there's any question that this offense is going to need to hit on a few more plays like this. It's been a difficult first half for them, to say the least. And I do believe if they want to get back in this game, they need to start right now. It's kind of like making adjustments. If you try and wait until the half, it's probably too late. They need to get going right here. Well, I'd say that it's fair to say nothing has gone right in this first half for them. Even here, you've got a chance to at least get on the board, but that goes by the wayside. And now, this coaching staff, they've got to figure out some way to wake this team up at halftime to get them going.
The Browns drive about to get started. And they'll have time for 1 play. There's 2 seconds on the clock. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. So we have reached halftime in our first preseason matchup of the year. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thank you very much. Back to you guys in just a minute as we've started the countdown to opening night. Remember, the preseason has shrunk from 4 games down to 3. So just 2 more weeks of preseason action follow this, and then we get it all started on the first Thursday after Labor Day. Meanwhile, for Washington, there's a look at what they were able to do throwing the football, and they'll need to get things in gear as they trail here at the break.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3.
And not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. The Browns offense getting set to go to work here to start the third.
On 1st and 10, Lowry.
He'll get this one underneath to Hunt.
And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
A give right side now to Hunt.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
A loss on that play, and now 3rd down gets tougher. 3rd and 6. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
To throw on 3rd down, Lowry. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Reed. And he's going to come up a bit short. He needed to get to the 35 for the first, but he only makes it to the 34. The Browns send out their punter now as he's on to kick it away. Oh, it's a wobbler here. And a fair catch taken back near about the 35, 36-yard line. Just a 25-yard punt. Not what he was hoping for by any stretch.
And they will take over 1st and 10. Now 1st and 10 here for Howell and the Commanders.
At their 36-yard line.
He'll start with a give to Robinson.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3.
From the 39, Howell. On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. And now another turnover as this one's intercepted.
Picked off by Anthony Walker. And the Browns are going to take possession of the football. And right about now, you start to think, and maybe they're starting to think, gosh, maybe points aren't going to happen for us in this game.
Well, it's a thought that is worth having because so far in this game, this defense has not just had the upper hand. They've appeared to be a step ahead, maybe even 2 steps to everything they've done. They've had an answer for everything this offense has thrown at them.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Throwing to start the drive. Lowry. And a quick throw here. That's complete.
And he'll be brought down at the 27.
To throw on 2nd down. Lowry. And he fires one that's intercepted.
Picked off by Jamin Davis. Well, with the size of lead that this offense has, I don't think that interception's really going to affect them much. But at least for this defense, something small to hang their hat on.
Yeah, and let's face it, they're not even scoreboard watching anymore, right? They're just trying their best to make a play, get themselves off the field, which they just did, and salvage a little bit of pride in this one.
Suddenly, it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Throw right side is into the hands of his tight end, Everett. 2nd and goal from inside the 5.
Snell.
It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
Howell, 3rd and goal.
And he's going to be dropped. Back at the 15-yard line. Disastrous outcome there on 3rd and goal. They lose 9 yards on the sack.
I don't know what else can be said about this pass rush. They have been sensational. CD, that is now 6 sacks for them.
And how many times do we talk to offensive coordinators and they say a sack is a result of everyone on offense not doing their job? But let's be honest about this one. This is the offensive line unable to counter the pass rush. They've been teeing off all game long.
So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
And not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. With the football going back over now to the Cleveland Browns. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive, in particular if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes and get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
A good pickup there for the Browns, 15 yards.
Well, I certainly don't want to pile on, but this defense has just not been up to the challenge in this game, and this continues as we see here. Coverage, not been very good, soft in spots. There's an easy throw and catch for another first down.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
Handoff up the middle, Hunt.
And he'll wind up getting this to the 32. A play that started at the 16, and that's how many yards they get. First down.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
On first down, they go right back to Hunt.
Oh, able to avoid him. And some space here. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9.
108 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
On the counter, Hunt.
And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7. The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. They'll run again with Hunt. Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. Looking to throw. Lowry. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. A great effort there. Ready for the regular season with his 2nd touchdown of the game.
And the Browns have taken a 6-touchdown lead.
Solid response that time by a young quarterback. Last drive interception, this drive the touchdown pass.
I like how you described it, solid, because you don't get extra kudos for bouncing back if you're going to be a big-time quarterback. You're supposed to do that. But at the same time, when you're a rookie, that's not guaranteed, is it? Sometimes they hang their heads and they go in the tank a little bit. Not in this case. Bounce back, took his team downfield, and threw a touchdown pass.
York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. Fielded right around the 8. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. So out comes Washington's offense to take over. Well, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
And this is going to be incomplete.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
Here's Tressway now as he'll come on for his 5th kick of the night. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. And the Browns getting set to go. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a bead on you, maybe you mix it up a little bit, a little play action and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
I think we already know that this guy's going to be ready when they ring the bell for week 1. That play, almost routine for him, but still, nice to know that he's still got it.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Back to throw. Lowry, throw left side, complete. That's Ferguson.
And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage.
Working with a 2nd and 4.
Looking to throw. Lowry throwing middle, and it's complete. And he's down into the red zone at the 16 after a gain of 16. 1st and 10.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. The sack recorded. It's a loss of 5, and now it's 2nd down. Back to throw. Lowry. Going down the middle, and it's complete. Touchdown! From 21 yards away.
And the Browns extend their lead yet again.
And remember, partner, that's a rookie quarterback back there. Apparently, he's getting the hang of this NFL thing pretty quickly.
Had 3 touchdown passes. You're right, he looks comfortable. What are they doing? Anything in particular?
Well, they keep talking about making sure they're giving him plays that fit his talents and also maybe shrinking the playbook a little bit. They did tell us that. Bottom line, he's really good.
Extra point by York is up and good.
And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter.
York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. Fielded right around the 8.
Well, now how about this return?
And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. The Washington offense set to take over. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
The throw over the middle taken in. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. On 1st and 10, it's Robinson.
And that one blown up quickly. as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
So a step in the wrong direction. Now they'll look to make amends on 2nd and 14.
Out of the gun, it's Howell.
And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down.
3rd and long, here's Howell.
He's going to wind up and air it out. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Here's Tressway now, as he'll come on to kick for a 6th time tonight. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. This one angles out of bounds at a good spot in the coffin corner. And they're going to mark this out of the 5-yard line. Now, if you're a fan of punting, this game's for you. He's been out there quite a bit. That one may be his best yet.
Yeah, he certainly got his leg loose by now. It kind of reminds me of my college football coach, John Majors. He loved the punting game because he liked the positioning, the field position, and he loved to play defense.
From deep in their own territory, they look to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Ferguson. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he was unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Lowry
going right back to Ferguson.
and able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a 1st down.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more preseason football on EA Sports. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Hunt will try going up the middle, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Hunt.
And they'll get to him quickly here as he'll get a yard, just a yard to the 22.
The handoff to Ford up the middle. And he'll be stopped short of the 1st down as they rally to tackle him at about the 28.
Now, during that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. Boy, you hate to see this before the regular season even begins. We'll take a break and come back. More preseason action in a moment.
The Browns send out their punter now as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. It's just a 30-yard punt that time, no return.
And the Commanders will take over with a 1st and 10. Now 1st and 10 here for Howell and the Commanders.
At their own 37.
On 1st down, Howell.
Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. Looking to throw again on 2nd down.
Howell.
And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted.
Picked off by Martin Emerson. Another great play defensively. They've been sharp on both sides of the ball, Charles, but that interception means that this defense very well keep them down to single digits on the scoreboard in this game.
And that's certainly something to smile about, isn't it, partner, if you're on defense? Because your goal every game is to pitch a shutout, but you and I both know that's pretty unrealistic. But to hold a team below double figures in a game, in an NFL game, that's certainly something to take pride in.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll start with Hunt on the ground.
Oh, he's got some breathing room. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 122 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.